I'm Tom Durian, live in Oak Creek this morning, where 10 years ago, a mass shooting took the lives of 7 people at the Sikh Temple of Wisconsin, right behind me here. The attack by a white supremacist who opened fire inside this temple of Wisconsin killed 6 people that day.
A 7th victim passed away in 2020 due to injuries from the shooting. 4 others were also shot. They survived. The community has been rocked since this senseless tragedy, and today at 6 p.m., they plan to honor the victims' loss through a 4-day remembrance of the anniversary.
Initially on, I think there was this part of us that wanted to say, well, you know, not us, why us, and really dismiss the everyday incidents that are happening. But what I'm starting to see is more and more community come forward.
As we said there, today there's going to be a vigil followed by a celebration of life that will take place on Saturday, and everybody here in this community is welcome to join. 10 years ago today, I was out here field anchoring coverage for my station, and in the middle of a live report, a producer guided a woman in to be interviewed by me. We'd never met, never talked before that very moment, but she proceeded to open up to me about her uncle, who was killed less than 24 hours before in the temple behind me.
My uncle was a force.
On August 5th, 2012, Satwant Singh Kaleka was the president of the Sikh Temple of Wisconsin, the heart and soul of a place of worship that came under fire.
I believe it was harder because it wasn't random. It wasn't an act of rebellion. It was an act of hate.
The white supremacist gunman took the lives of 6 people that day. 1 more died of his injuries in 2020. The shooting shook the foundation of the Sikh community to its core and left Oak Creek the latest epicenter of a mass shooting, a phenomena, says Kaleka's niece Simran, that wasn't as common then as it is now. We spoke with her inside the temple where people lost their lives, seated on the floor wearing the appropriate headscarf and removing our shoes, as is customary.
It felt like more of a jolt. It makes me very sad to see how normalized it has become today.
You said this attack was motivated by hate, which we all know, misunderstanding, misguided hate, I guess is the best way to put it. Do you think that the country has come away from that or gone closer and there's more hate in this world than there was then?
I would love to say that we've gotten away from it, but I definitely feel that there has been more room for more hate, hence more mass shootings.
The morning after the shooting, Simran and others representing the Gurdwara, what Sikh people call their house of worship, came to talk to the media because they wanted the world to know who they are. You were explaining to me that morning, I remember, we want to be friendly. We don't want people to remember us by this particular event.
Yeah, because we wanted our tragedy to translate into triumph. We wanted to still be victorious despite the loss, despite the pain that we felt.
Simran told me every time there's a mass shooting, it brings back all the horrible memories of that day. She called her uncle the glue of the family and of the temple here. His loss has created a big void. And Susan, as we are here this morning, I'll ask my photographer to pull out just a little bit. You'll see behind me, there are these globes that are on top of the temple here. There's the one right there in the center. That was there back in 2012. The other ones were added because that was something that Satwant Singh Kaleka had wanted. Again, the president of the temple here, it was something he felt strongly about, and in the money they raised in the years since, they've put up the other globes here at the Sikh Temple of Wisconsin.
A lasting tribute. How beautiful, Tom. Thank you.